Gaining trust in Algerian government.
The focus of this research is to find the most influential factor in determining Algerian citizens' trust in the government. For this purpose, 3 possible relationships are examined in order to determine their possible implications in generating citizen trust in the government. The dataset used is Eurobarometer 2007. The independent variables are impact of government policies on daily life, family economic situation, and level of corruption. The number of valid cases are 1,074. The tools used are chi-square, analysis of variance, cross-tabulation, and reliability analysis.
Some examination of previous research and theoretical work performed on the subject of trust in government provides 3 focus areas for this research, the first of which is impact of government policies. The theoretical background is provided by Campen, who states that if citizens are satisfied with public services, they are likely to hold positive judgments about the public sector and will display trust in their government. From this leads a hypothesis that there is a positive relationship between perceived impact of government policies and level of trust in the government. Second area of focus is family economic situation. Frey and Stutzer state that high-income citizens, due to their social status, are likely to have a different attitude towards the government than low-income citizens. Additionally, the high-income bracket displays higher voter turnout than low-income bracket. From this leads a hypothesis that there is a positive relationship between the level of financial income and the level of trust in the government. The third area of focus is corruption among officials. The rationale for this is provided by Uslander, who states that citizens will not have faith in a government that is perceived as corrupt. Indeed, less corruption leads to more trust and better government. From this leads a hypothesis that there is a positive relationship between the perceived level of corruption and the level of trust in the government, meaning that as corruption increases, so does the level of distrust in the government.
The concept of government trust has been operationalized through the use of 5 indicators measuring trust in various sectors of government as seen in Table A. The indicators are standardized to range from 0 to 1 and recoded in low to high format, low trust corresponding to low values and high trust to high values. The new high value for each question is now a great deal of trust. The reliability analysis provides a Cronbach's alpha value of 0.86, which is above the threshold of 0.60, meaning that the 5 indicators are related enough to be combined into an index measuring the concept of trust in the government. None of the indicators need to be omitted, as that will only lower the alpha score.
Frequency analysis of the uncategorized index provides a mean score of 1.8 and the skewness indicator of 0.575, demonstrating that more of the respondents are likely to have little trust in the government. Standard deviation provides a value of 1.36, meaning that there is a moderate dispersion around the mean. The uncategorized index is split into 3 categories based on the observation of cumulative percentages as shown in Table B. Categories are arranged from low to high. The high category, for example, is reflecting high values and high levels of trust in the government.
Table C shows the cross-tabulation between level of trust and impact of government policies on daily lives. Both chi-square and ANOVA test provide a very low p-value. In the case of chi-square, there is a 1 in 100,000 chance that the observed relationship is due to sampling error. Consequently, the relationship is statistically significant, which means it is representative of the general population. Furthermore, a tau C score of 0.35 represents a very strong positive relationship. This means that as one variable increases in value, so does the other. This is observed by looking at highest column percentages across rows and noting identifiable bulges following a main diagonal.
Table D shows the cross-tabulation between level of trust and family income. Once again, both chi-square and ANOVA tests provide very low p-values. This entails that the observed relationship is statistically significant and is representative of the general population. For a tau C score of 0.32 represents a strong positive relationship. This means that as one variable increases in value, so does the other. This is observed by looking at highest column percentages across rows and noting identifiable bulges following a main diagonal.
Table E illustrates the cross-tabulation between level of trust and corruption among officials. Both chi-square and ANOVA tests provide very low p-values, indicating the observed relationship is statistically significant and is representative of the general population. A tau C score of 0.33 represents a strong positive relationship. This means that as one variable increases in value, so does the other. This is observed by looking at highest column percentages across rows and noting identifiable bulges following a main diagonal.
All 3 independent variables offer similarly strong explanations for the variation in the dependent variable. However, as observed by tau C scores, the impact of government policies on the daily lives of Algerians has the highest influence on their trust towards the government. Thus, the most effective way for the government of Algeria to generate trust is to increase the positive effects of its policies on citizens' daily lives. In line with the conclusion drawn by Campen, the Algerian government has to increase the quality of its public sector to generate trust from its citizens. As the results have shown, Algerians tend to have little trust toward their government, meaning that they are less likely to pay taxes.
With high tax evasion, government policies cannot be implemented properly. The issue of embedded mistrust creates a perpetual cycle that needs further investigation, as it is a major obstructor in the ability of the Algerian government to gain trust. Consequently, further research needs to be conducted to investigate the effects of tax evasion on the quality of public services.